Good day and welcome. I'm Stefan with Trending Update USA, bringing you the latest and most comprehensive coverage from the world of tennis. Today we turn our attention to the fast-rising star of the Philippines, Eala, who faces a crucial litmus test as she steps into the quarterfinals of the Suzhou Open WTA 125. This stage of the tournament will be one of the defining moments in her young career as she looks to prove not only her skills but also her ability to compete at the highest level of consistency in professional tennis. Eala's journey to the Suzhou quarterfinals has already captured attention across the tennis world. Her participation in this event has been closely watched by fans, analysts, and even fellow players who see her as a potential future star on the WTA Tour. At just 19 years old, she has already established herself as one of the most promising talents to emerge from Asia, and her presence in the latter stages of tournaments like this continues to build her reputation. The quarterfinals of a WTA 125 event may not carry the same weight as a Grand Slam, but it is nevertheless an important marker in the path of development for players who are climbing up the rankings and looking to make their mark. The Suzhou Open itself has become a vital part of the Asian swing on the women's tour, offering not only ranking points but also valuable experience for players outside the top 20 who are fighting their way into the upper echelons of the game. With its strong field, competitive draws, and rich tradition of producing memorable matches, Suzhou presents the perfect testing ground for players like Eala. For her, every match here is an opportunity to sharpen her skills, gauge her progress against international competition, and prepare for even bigger tournaments ahead. Eala's quarterfinal match is being described as a litmus test for good reason. Her opponent, a seasoned campaigner with more years of professional experience, represents the type of challenge that separates rising talents from established contenders. In order to advance, Eala will need to rely on her full arsenal of weapons, her sharp forehand, her improved serve, her court coverage, and her growing tactical awareness. Matches at this level often come down to fine margins, and the ability to stay mentally focused across multiple sets is as important as physical endurance. To understand the significance of this quarterfinal, it is worth looking back at Eala's journey through the earlier rounds of the Suzhou Open. She started with a convincing performance in the first round, displaying both confidence and composure as she dismantled her opponent with aggressive baseline play and precise shot-making. That victory set the tone for her campaign and reminded everyone why she is considered one of the brightest young prospects in tennis today. In the second round, the challenge was stiffer, but Eala showed her resilience. She fought through extended rallies, maintained her composure under pressure, and sealed victory with a decisive service game that underlined her growth as a player capable of handling tense moments. Her run into the quarterfinals is not just about individual victories, it is about building confidence, experience, and rhythm. At 19, Eala is still learning the ropes of the professional tour, but her rapid progression has been remarkable. The lessons she is taking away from every tournament are shaping her into a more complete competitor. What makes this quarterfinal a true test is that she now stands at a crossroads. Either she pushes further into the later rounds, cementing her progress, or she learns from the challenge and carries those lessons into future tournaments. Either way, this moment represents growth, and it is one her fans will be watching closely. The Philippines has been following her journey with pride and excitement. Tennis is not traditionally the dominant sport in her country, but Eala's rise is changing perceptions. Each tournament she enters brings new fans, new headlines, and a growing sense of possibility that a Filipino player could one day compete for the biggest prizes in the sport. Her success in juniors, including 2 Grand Slam doubles titles, provided a glimpse of her potential, and now her performances on the professional stage are turning that potential into reality. The Suzhou Open quarterfinal is another chapter in this inspiring story, and her fans are eager to see whether she can rise to the occasion. Analyzing Eala's game as she heads into this litmus test, several strengths stand out. Her forehand has always been a weapon, allowing her to dictate play and put opponents on the defensive. Her footwork and ability to cover the court give her a solid defensive foundation, while her willingness to go for winners demonstrates confidence in her ability. Over the past year, her serve has improved significantly, giving her free points and helping her stay in control of her service games. Mentally, she has shown resilience, often finding ways to fight back even when trailing in matches. These qualities will be critical in her quarterfinal test, where the pressure will be intense and the margins razor thin. But challenges remain. Against more experienced opponents, Eala sometimes struggles with maintaining consistency over long stretches of play. Her second serve can be vulnerable, and at times she can rush points when patience is required. The quarterfinal opponent she faces in Suzhou is likely to exploit these weaknesses, testing her patience and forcing her to maintain focus. For Eala, the key will be to stay disciplined, trust her game plan, and avoid getting rattled when the match becomes a battle of attrition. This is the essence of the litmus test. Can she handle the strategic, physical, and mental demands of a high-stakes match against a seasoned competitor? Beyond the immediate match, Eala's performance in Suzhou will have broader implications for her career. A deep run here could provide valuable ranking points, helping her continue her climb into the top 50 and beyond. Each victory in tournaments like Suzhou improves her seeding in future events, giving her a better chance to progress. Just as importantly, consistent performances at the WTA 125 level build credibility, showing tournament organizers, sponsors, and fellow players that she belongs among the rising stars of the tour. For a young athlete, these stepping stones are essential, paving the way toward entry into WTA 500 and WTA 1000 events. Eala's coach and support team have emphasized the importance of steady improvement rather than immediate breakthroughs. The philosophy guiding her development is that every match, win or lose, contributes to her long-term growth. This quarterfinal, therefore, is not just about the outcome, it is about how she plays, how she adapts, and what she learns. If she handles the pressure well, even in defeat, the experience will add to her arsenal as she prepares for the bigger tournaments ahead in the Asian swing and beyond. In the global tennis community, eyes are beginning to focus more intently on Eala. Analysts are noting her steady progress, comparing her trajectory to other young stars who have recently broken into the top tier. Her combination of athleticism, tactical awareness, and mental grit places her among those considered capable of making the leap to elite status. The Suzhou Open quarterfinal offers her another chance to prove that she is ready for these comparisons, ready to stand toe-to-toe with more established names. Her participation in Suzhou is also symbolic in another way. For Filipino athletes, international recognition is not always easily achieved, especially in sports dominated by traditional powerhouses. Eala's presence in quarterfinals of WTA events brings pride to her country and inspires a new generation of athletes who see her as proof that global success is possible. Young players across the Philippines are beginning to dream bigger, train harder, and believe that they too could one day compete on the world stage. This ripple effect makes Eala's journey about more than just personal success. It is about national inspiration and legacy. As the quarterfinal match approaches, the atmosphere is one of anticipation and excitement. The Suzhou courts will bear witness to a test of skill, willpower, and ambition. For Eala, this is a chance to silence doubts, to prove her readiness, and to take another significant step forward in her career. Win or lose, the experience will be invaluable. But a victory here would be a statement, a declaration that Eala is no longer just a rising star but a genuine contender on the professional tour. Looking ahead, the lessons of Suzhou will carry over into the rest of her season. The Asian swing offers multiple opportunities for growth, with tournaments in Wuhan, Beijing, and other major cities providing stages for her to compete against the world's best. Each tournament is connected, each experience building on the last. The quarterfinal in Suzhou, then, is not an isolated event but part of a larger story, a story of perseverance, progress, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Good day once again, I'm Stefan with Trending Update USA, and this has been our in-depth look at Eala's quarterfinal challenge at the Suzhou Open WTA 125. Stay tuned as we continue to bring you detailed updates on her journey, her matches, and her quest to climb even higher in the ranks of world tennis.